final for their last pick. Lots of mobility supplemented with a good distribution of magic damage, crowd control that if Philippines doesn't have a hard catch, oh, there it is. It is an Eartha last pick right away. But it's a 1-1 in the Khalid for Philippines.
Wow. All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The drafts have been set in stone for our first game in match number 2 between the Philippines.
Last us. I'm going to say Philippines.
All right, well, there you go. Because you go Philippines, I'll go Saudi Arabia. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 1 in the semi-finals. Winner here goes to the grand finals, and the loser will be forced to play a third-place match tomorrow.
So we can see that once again, too, with things falling into place. I love how the panel just kind of went through the history of the fact that, you know, most teams or most people are looking at Indonesia and the Philippines. Like all the international teams, you know, or international tournaments, that's usually what's the eyes are set on here. And yes, Leo was right. This is a very different team from the Philippines, albeit Saison is there. That's Kyle Teasy for those that are familiar. Obviously, champion from last year's WEC 2023 in Yash, Romania. And he's on one of his signature picks. So we know that the game plan here for the Philippines is very similar to what we saw even from the last series with Indonesia. They want to start fast and strong.
It's all about that early game, getting that lead early on. But if we take a look at the emblems, Torres going for a different emblem here compared to CW on the 1-1. It was Weakness Finder for CW. Torres will go for the Warcry.
What do you like better?
Personally, for me, I like Weakness Finder more. I think the utility, the added utility that you get gives you a lot of value. But for Warcry, technically you do deal more damage, especially after you get those weakness points, throw out a few abilities. So I could definitely see Torres also utilize this really, really well. And for Saudi Arabia, you gotta talk about the export pick. The export pick up against this Khalid, against the Phobias, it's great, but then they have some really good poke, I would say, and also some damage to get rid of the Faraga armor. You can already see from Saison here, putting the pressure down onto Tarzan, forcing the guiding win, all to set up for the first neutral objective that, honestly, on paper, if it's an assassin versus utility, should favor KSA. But if we take a look at the side pressure that Philippines has, I think Saison might have a very, very good route to just go in and get the neutral objective.
I think that's one of the things, too, is like if you can, again, anytime you have a assassin pick in the jungle, you like if you can get the momentum going, that's great. If you don't, then the play from the other side of the team is to go ahead and punish that. You know, force you into situations where maybe you're being a little more risky. So they go ahead and start up this dance for this turtle. You're gonna check it out a little bit. Troll 2, still not level 4, so it doesn't have the circling eagle, but right now they take this slow and steady.
Really, really good rotation here from the Philippines.
Look at the orange.
We were talking about, again, the Khalid roam, right? When does it work? And honestly, if you can get pressure around the map like this and you have an assassin jungle to capitalize on the pressure that you can insert in the map, you can have the Hayabusa go across the map, get a lot of different farms, and now he's rotating up top. That's a trade, I think. Kill pressure up top for the 1-1.
Oh, look, Saison's going under the turret on the top side. Might be able to actually get that kill. He does. First blood in the hands of Saison for the Philippines. So all this part of the plan, that gives the information to Saudi Arabia. They're going to fight for the objective, though. Crashing down into the pit. Still going for it. Cuffin will secure the turtle. Wow. And Fernandez able to get away. So that's a trade. The first blood, though, for the turtle.
Ridiculous macro, man. All from the pressure of Gomez. All the setups there. You can definitely see it. The setups from the start of the game, right? Where Gomez was just rotating from XP to mid, rotating and swapping lane with Fernandez to go into the mid lane again to assert some more pressure onto the Aurora, and then to hold onto the turtle. So that rotation from Saison could be used. He got the orange buff, got the level lead, went up top in a matchup that really, really should not be favored towards Torres, but somehow he pulled off a great trade, got Sano low enough to assert more kill pressure, and Saison, Hayabusa, gets that free kill.
Gets a free kill, not only that, but it gets basically a free buff as well. He got the orange from KSA, and then he gets his own after getting the first blood. So that's something that obviously Tarzan is also going to want to be aware of, you know, how they approach even to the next objective about a minute away. Because part of the game plan, anytime you have a Hayabusa specifically, is obviously just go for kills. We've seen teams do this before where they're like, you know what, forget the turtles, go for these kills, snowball out of control. Even before when we had the Sky Piercer that was always picked up, we still see some heroes, obviously like a Hayabusa, if they get a lead, they do still opt for that item. So he's going to put the pressure here on the orange buff. No steal though. Tarzan able to secure it. They're going to force the fight with Circling Eagle, Raging Sandstorm as well. Crashing into the jungle they go. Saison finally goes down. Last Insanity though, pumping out the damage. Now Cuffin trying to be able to get away. Has the passive there, but will eventually go down. A big trade again. The 1 for 3 favored for Philippines.
Great turnaround again from the Philippines. Saudi Arabia, they saw an angle. Saisan had already committed the quad shadow in to go for the red tree steal on the orange buff. They saw that angle, went in, but unfortunately, they didn't account for the shadow kill that was still ready. They could buy so much time, and when he popped in the shadow kill, no kill pressure all around. They could steal out of the big ultimate. Galantes, amazing usage of the IMU. Didn't go for the Frigid Glacier. Actually stayed back. Took Tarzan's ult, taking that last insanity to finish off the rest of Saudi Arabia. As now, Saudi Arabia are going to be very, very desperate to look for something on the map. They have lost control over the winning side of the lane, which is up top. Again, the Earth versus 1-1 matchup. So they're going to have to put all their marbles on the neutral objective, or they just hold out. Until that mid-power spike hits.
That'd be what they go for. This time around, though, Philippines wants to go ahead and contest this one. Demonic Force, there's Raging Sandstorm once again. Seisan trying to go again, gets stunned up a little bit, has to back out. So disengages from the fight. Gomez on the run as well. Tarzan handled by Fernandez, though. There's the jump. Avatar of the Guardian now. They get the taunt off the Unbreakable, but the Demonic Force is a little bit too much to handle. Fernandez still looking for more, and will pick up the killing spree and the objective as well.
And this is where it gets really, really tough for Saudi Arabia. This composition that needs a neutral objective. Shadow kill
goes in with a shadow kill. Not going to be enough damage. So able to put the pressure, and luckily Sano was there. So they hold on to that mid turret.
Back again to the point, man. The Assassin has won the neutral objective over. Torres free hitting.
Oh, again. You see how much pressure is being put here on the jungle of Saudi Arabia. They're going to constantly deal with this. Also now down bot lane, 1 hit away, that tier 1 finally goes down. And this is what we're always talking about. When it comes to the Philippines, the macro level that they go at. Even some of the micro decisions obviously highlight too. There Sky Piercer. Sky Piercer. What do we call that back in the online?
Sky Pierce Abuser. That's a spa right there.
The spa. The online qualifiers, when that item just came out and everybody was getting it first item, the spa.
I mean, if you're this far ahead at the early stage of the game on the Hayabusa, you already got their first kill. They're now looking for turrets, and for Saudi Arabia, they really need to start respecting Sano. Oh, man.
Oh, he's going for it. Crossbow 10 going to be used.
Vitalize.
Revitalize does come out. They're going to jump in. Avatar of the Guardian looking for Torres. Won't be able to get the Unbreakable. Now Sanji jumping in as well, taking the brunt of the damage. Cut off from the team. Will be able to guiding wind out. What an escape, though, utilizing Troll, but look at the push. Seisan once again now, even that tier 2 worked on. So it looks like they're still going to be going Philippines happy to go ahead and cut these waves in and take control of this side of the jungle.
Really, really good usage. Again, again,
Seisan again, jumping in. Shadow kill going to be used. Doesn't get the kill. 1 HP left alone. And there's a forced out once again. Last insanity taken by Galantes. So this is what we're seeing. They're trying to catch up. They're trying to catch their breath, man.
Philippines are truly just suffocating Saudi Arabia here. They're not able to leave their base. Once they step into their own jungle, there's Saisan who walks in. And remember, the fact that he can actually dish out that much damage while you have a Mathilda is some crazy stuff. And again, due to all that pressure they have taken into the enemy jungle of Saudi Arabia, this is going to be another free turtle. 2 of the last turtles taken for free. A Melfic gun already for Torres. As now, I think he's kind of already outscaled that winning matchup for the Iritha, right? For Sano, he's so far behind that even if they go 1v1, I think Torres will have enough attack speed to get close, to gap close, and then to just follow the motorcycle, man. Just outsprint the motorcycle.
Follow that Ducati.
The Ducati.
You know, at this point, I have to say, like, because we've seen this now a couple times, you pick up the Melfic gun when you play your 1-1?
Yes, especially because for me, you know, Eman is my idol.
Yeah.
Picked up Melfic gun first, before even the nerfs or the changes to the Melfic gun in MPL ID. So yeah, I go for Melfic gun. It seems like Torres loves the Melfic gun as well, especially to the changes that have been made to the Melfic gun. Now, I think most marksmen just prefer that over the Melfic roar. You get a bit more range.
Get a bit more range.
Great penetration too, and that's a bottom lane tier 2 for free. And now this is a problem for Sano.
Yeah.
He has a Ducati. He can ask you, what color is your Ducati? But Torres can just dash away from the Ducati, man. And look at them. They're full pressure all around. Purple buff, red tree forced out, and then you see Hayabusa walk up top, taking control again of the enemy jungle.
I don't know, man. Personal life, I'd love to have that problem. You know, having a Ducati.
What color is your Ducati?
What color is it? And at this point, this is the tough point for Saudi Arabia, because it's almost just like, you know, you've tried to like stop the bleeding from happening even back in the early game, the mid game, and it's just, it hasn't stopped. It's actually gotten worse, and you're trying to catch up with that, keep things under control. But with this happening, even when it comes down to just your own buffs, and you're having this hard of a time, it's tough. And then look at this, Torres picking up the win in nature now.
Yeah, that's where it gets real tough now. That's why it's an orange buff steal as well, I believe.
I think Tarzan, did he get it?
Oh, Tarzan might have gotten it. No retribution used up. I think they were baiting out, trying to get the retribution. But Tarzan will still be able to pick it up. Now, that was the problem. Nice, Sue.
Yeah.
Yes, not really a problem if you have a Ducati, but now the Ducati does no damage, right? The girl with a crossbow has the win in nature now. You won't be able to put any kill pressure on Torres. He can walk up, and all the poke that KSA can throw at them doesn't really matter at this point. That's a free Lord. Lord number 1 taken by Philippines.
Man, I think at this whole point, like the past 5 minutes or so, it's like everything's on discount. Everything's free, almost 100% discount.
Bargain Hunter. Everybody has Bargain Hunter.
Bargain Hunter at this point for Philippines, they've gotten everything nearly for free. And it's up to Saudi Arabia to be like, you know, we got to stop this. We got to be able to do something. So, and that's probably going to happen in their base. Now, if we think about it, like defensive-wise, do they have the lineup that can actually stall this game out from this first Lord push? Most likely so. Their clear is actually not bad. They can also lock down, you know, that push. Just the fact that they have an Aurora on their side in the composition here, but it's still going to be tough, even with this first Lord, because of, again, the glaring difference.
Yeah.
We got like 10,000 gold deficit we're talking about here.
I get you, man. For Saudi Arabia, they can definitely look to still clear it out, but what are they going to do if Philippines just try to run down on them, right? The fact that it's a 10,000 gold lead, they can actually afford to do things like that. Saison can walk up, pop a shadow kill, zone everybody away from the turret, and then they'll take it slowly but surely. Look at the way that they're actually managing waves right now. It's a slow push in the bottom lane. They're going to use 2 waves to crash down. First, Lord push with the wave will get the Holy defense, and the next wave should be the turret take.
All right, so they work on the Lord here. It's going to be worked on pretty quickly, but the shields are going to pop. That might be what Philippines is just looking for. Berserker's Fury also picked up now. Saison once again. Look at the damage with a shadow kill alone, and this is what we're talking about.
Oh, man.
With that lead, that hurts. That stings. As he picks up the next item, it's the Endless Battle.
And if you guys were confused why we call it a spa, it's because, yeah, it's a Sky Piercer abuser, man. Kaltizi Saison is an absolute Sky Piercer abuser. You saw that?
He saw it.
No stacks, by the way. 0 stacks. So he finally got 1 stack. He has something now. He can go for another dive.
Seal going to be used. Saison on the top side. They want these base turrets. Every turret being worked on. Bottom base turret finally goes down. Looks like KSA will be able to hold on to the 2 top and mid for now, but still scratching, you know, with their backs against the wall, trying to claw back into this game. And really, when you know you're roam with, you know, stacks or not, and you get deleted that quickly, how are you able to utilize the utility you have in this lineup?
It's going to be real tough, man. Even all your initiations here, there's so many ways for Philippines to just outmaneuver you. You pop into Avatar, there's a built-in Purify in 1-1. Galantes will probably just steal the last Insanity again and get through the frontliners again, dive in towards the backline and dismantle this front to back before it even starts. For Philippines, I guess, getting the turret in the bottom lane, they definitely wanted to get the far lane, right? But it's still a win, man. They have a Hayabusa. Meanwhile, for Saudi Arabia, they're really kind of forced to just group up together every single time, and you can see the retribution faded out again from Tarzan right as the Lord is going to spawn in the game. And this is going to be the 13th minute Lord. It is an enhanced Lord that Team Philippines can take and probably utilize to end the game. If not end the game, at least 2 more base turrets. So more advantages. They'll play it slow, go for another Lord, and this should
Still
be
Bargain Hunter.
It's another Bargain Hunter.
It's another one right
Bargain
there.
Hunter, it's pull yourself together. It's all the cooldown, man.
It's all the cooldown that you need. And with that, so Lord's coming up, and this is where you have to wonder. I mean, we've all been in this situation. Oh, no. Oh, there's a flicker in. They want to force the fight. Sandwich in. Last Insanity going to be used already. Troll's still going to be alive. Luckily, Tarzan was there to help him. But that is some key ultimates, but also battle spells used up that they might need for this defense here as it's making its way down the bottom. So this is going to be a push into the base, and Philippines definitely wants to end it on this one.
Let's see how they utilize it. In terms of items here, after the nature, he's actually gone for the Malefic Roar too, so it's a Malefic Gun plus Malefic Roar for Torres. 2 ways crashing down into the base turrets.
Again, they're going to try to hold it together here. Lord still has to be worked on. Saison picks up a little bit more damage. Conceal going to be used as well. They swing around the corner on the bottom side. Sanji fronting it all on this Gatakacha with the base turret. Last one still going to be worked on. They hold it so far together. Galantis still holding on to that last Insanity. Last turret being worked on. Winner's Crown picked up by Fernandez as well. And Divine Glaive, there's the push in with a Raging Sandstorm. The jump in, trying to clear the waves the best they can. Gomez pops the Immortality. He's trying to disengage. And right now it looks like Saudi Arabia is going to be able to successfully defend against that push despite being majorly down.
They hold again, but the gold lead is just absolutely ridiculous. Take a look at it. It's a 13,000 gold lead from Team Philippines now, and it's still building up. They have so many advantages around the map. Sano has only now in the 15-minute collected the win in nature, so now you can kind of say that he should be able to survive a lot of these skirmishes, but even that I don't know, right? Because they have so many more layers to put on you. Let's say Saison goes in, you pop into Win of Nature, what are you going to do against Torres, against Gomez, against Fernandez, and obviously Galantes, who is still just going to deal magic damage, will bypass that Win of Nature like it's no problem. And as expected, after Enhanced Lord, they'll take the last two base turrets. Now they have the far lane control, they have everything. Saudi Arabia's jungle is now Philippines' jungle.
Yeah, it's pretty much Philippines.
And they'll just continue to suffocate Saudi Arabia, wait for the next Lord, no rush whatsoever, and try to end after the Lord spawns.
I'm trying to think of this like we're like, even if you're down this much, I mean we've all been in that situation where you're down like massively, you know, even you and your teammates are like surprised, like, wow, we actually are still in this game. And it's like, how many times can they continue to do that with the lineup that they have, you know, and then possibly turn a fight around where like then the death timers are so long that they're able to swing in. And mind you, they don't have any turrets.
Yeah.
So let's say one more successful defense for Saudi Arabia. If Philippines gets a little overzealous on the way they approach that fight, and they lose that fight, it's going to be a good swing in the favor of Saudi Arabia, especially when it comes to map presence. Because right now, you have no choice but to just go ahead and park up in your base and watch your buffs mostly get taken, unless you're able to get that too.
At this point, I gotta agree with you. The only strategy now is to park the bus or to go all in on the Lord, right? Maybe go for a fight here, gamble it 50-50. Try to look for a win, but against a composition like this, when they're all level 15 except for Fernandez, when they're all so far ahead of you, I think Philippines wants to corral them outside of the base. And Torres is walking up.
Torres in the front alongside Fernandez, but that's going to be a Lord again, secured here.
Yeah.
It almost looked like KSA wanted to fight, and now they're going to have to disengage. So even though a couple health bars are low, they'll go ahead and Guiding Wind on out, and it repeats itself once again. But they've done it now a couple times.
Yeah.
Can Saudi Arabia do it again?
If this is what it's going to look like all the way from the start of the game, I think Saudi Arabia should have really leaned on to the initial strategy that they had, right? It's a full front-to-back composition. They were clearly setting up for something like a Natan as well, right? A pure hyper carry.
Whoa.
But they decided to go for it. Oh, bottom lane, trying to go for Saison. Shadow kill.
They're going to get cut off here. They win in with the Circling Eagle. There's the Raging Sandstorm again. Even before the Lord, they're just forced to fight it out. Last Insanity going to be used as well already. Torres getting the double, looking for more. Base going to be worked on as well as they try to clear out the waves. A triple's already picked up for Torres. Won't be able to get more, but they get game number 1 for Philippines.
And we called it Naisu. Beautiful layering from Team Philippines. Once you win a nature to shadow kill, there's a crossbow attack. There's a Raging Sandstorm. There's so many angles of attack that Philippines can put on you when they have that big of a lead. And now for Saudi Arabia, it's back to the drawing board. For Philippines, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Continue what they are doing already. They're just so creative with how they tackle around these early game neutral objectives. Phenomenal performance from Team Philippines.
That was almost like a last-ditch effort